up on TV5 News Live.
Find out the latest details about last week's bank robbery in Clarion.
And a racing lender captain stay tuned to find accident coming up.
All this and more coming up right after this on Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
Fox's Pizza Den is located on Old Route 66 in Clarion and offers all-day delivery. Phone 226-5555. That's 226-5555. Fox's Pizza Den is Sunday for your convenience. Phone 226-5555.
Out to Simmons.
Yeah. Give me Jones.
Anderson.
Smith.
Lightfoot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Swifka.
Harris.
Lavender.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call Acme. We'll tell you.
Feedback starts now. And I said, you know, wouldn't a better name for a movie to come out now? And I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have. And you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated. People I know so. Let's ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is TV5 News Live.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, February 20th, 2001. I'm Amanda Miller.
And I'm Susan Honorad. Here's a look at some of the stories we have for you in the next half hour.
A suspect has been identified in the National City Bank robbery. Mark Despotakis will be here with that information.
And a veteran FBI agent has been arrested on spying charges. Find out the complete details coming up.
And as always, Joyce Strain will be joining us with the weather outlook. Stay with us. All this and more is coming up next on TV5 News Live. But moving on to our top story, an update to a story we first told you about last week. Clarion's branch of National City Bank was robbed last Tuesday, and now a suspect has been identified. Our Mark Despotakis has been on the story since it broke last week. He joins us from the newsroom now. Mark, what can you tell us?
Thanks, Amanda. Well, here's the latest. It all actually started Friday afternoon. Clarion Borough Police, along with Clarion University Police and the FBI, received pictures just like this one of the bank suspect from the bank surveillance film. And they came to the university campus because they thought possibly the suspect was a university student. Well, some students identified him. Well, the university police were on their way to find the suspect when he left campus. Here's more of the story, how it unfolded. Investigation continues into the robbery of the Clarion branch of National City Bank. This man, Paul Charles Schooneman, as seen in bank surveillance tape, is the main suspect.
A search warrant was served on his room on Saturday morning. We removed certain items from that room that support the evidence that he was involved in this robbery.
A federal arrest warrant has been issued for Schooneman, who was in his freshman year at Clarion University. The suspect does have a criminal record in his hometown of Harrisburg. Police say they saw the suspect leave his Campbell Hall residence Friday afternoon and are asking him to come forward.
And we're hoping that before we find him that the young man gets his head screwed on right and turns himself in and doesn't make anything any worse than what they already are against him.
Now, the Clarion Borough Police searched his room Saturday afternoon, and they told us that they took some evidence from the room. Will not tell us what evidence that was. The money was not found. In talking with some of his friends and people who know him, there was no indication that he had said anything about this to his friends about robbing the bank. And they have no idea how he left campus. They report that he didn't have a car on campus, but like they said, with $10,000, he could probably get about anything he wanted. They did check the bus lines around town, and he was not reported to be there, so they are now looking in Harrisburg, Pittsburgh, and Erie, where he was also known to have contacts. We will, of course, have the latest on the story for you tomorrow night at 8. Live in the newsroom, I'm Mark Despotakis. Back to you.
Mourners continue to pay tribute to NASCAR's fallen star at the headquarters of Dale Earnhardt, incorporated in Mooresville, North Carolina. The possibility of death is what each driver lives with every week, and something their families are also forced to endure. Earnhardt's public persona was that of the intimidator, but those who knew him best, like good friend Darrell Waltrip, who appeared on Larry King Live last night, knew him as so much more. On January 30th, Thompson Motorsports in Clarion Township recorded its 8th false alarm in a 12-month period. As a result, a single summary charge of control of alarm devices and automatic dialing devices was filed at the Clarion office of Magistrate Anthony Lapinto by Clarion State Police. State Police wish to remind businesses and private citizens that more than 3 false alarms within a consecutive 12-month period may lead to prosecution under the Pennsylvania Crimes Code.
State Police are also reporting rape charges filed against Larry Allen Wolf of Brookville. In late November last year, Wolf allegedly took a 13-year-old girl for a drive in his car. He then provided the girl with marijuana and had sexual intercourse with the girl, although she didn't give her consent. Wolf was arraigned on charges of statutory rape, sexual assault, indecent assault, and corruption of minors. He is in the Clarion County Jail in lieu of $25,000 bail. This story is for any of you who visit the Clarion University campus with any frequency. Clarion University has announced that parking fines will increase starting in the fall 2001 semester. Parking fines will increase from $5 to $10, and the immobilizer fee will go from $25 to $30. The $5 fine was considered an insufficient deterrent to illegal parking, with an increase was necessary according to university public safety officials. Clarion's increase to $10 is among the smallest increase in the state system of higher education.
Stay with us, there's much more to come.
We'll have the details on the death of a Rocky Grove firefighter.
Plus, Paint Township's Temple Inland Fiberboard plant is in the news again. Find out why next.
And as always, we will look at your TV weather forecast. Stay with us.
Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant is located at 540 Main Street in Clarion and offers dining as well as a nightclub. The restaurant and nightclub are open 7 days a week for your convenience. Call Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant, 226-8400.
I'm Brandy. How would you like to give hope to millions of the world's children? UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund, is saving lives in over 140 countries by providing kids with medicine, clean water, nutrition, and education. With your help, UNICEF can make a huge difference in our world. For more information, call 1-800-FOR-KIDS. Thank you.
Standing out from the crowd is easy when you stop in at Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall. Whether you're looking for junior trendy, girls, or fashion for women, they have it all with many different styles. With our newly expanded shoe and accessory department, you're surely to find that special touch to enhance that new outfit. And if you have a fashion question, our experts are here to help. That's Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall, just off Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. Sunday from noon till 5.
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids. The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Put that booties in the backseat. Have that the kids should never be out. Here to remind you to put them behind you. Wow! Look at here. To stay alive even when I drive.
From Clarion's very own, Susan Honorat, Amanda Miller, Joy Stray, Matt Ness. From Studio A, this is TV5 News Live.
Welcome back to TV5 News. You may remember the story of the Rocky Grove fireman who died fighting a fire on January 11th. The Venango County coroner is now reporting the cause of his death. Andy White died of asphyxiation. Officials believe the fireman ran out of air, possibly due to a malfunction in his equipment. A line-of-duty autopsy was performed on White's body. Line-of-duty autopsies are required by federal rules and check every possible aspect of a fireman's death, including his clothing and equipment. The 27-year-old was the first Rocky Grove firefighter to die in the line of duty.
Residents of Paint Township are asking for a public hearing to look into the Temple Inland Fiberboard plant's request to release more formaldehyde and methanol from its River Hill plant. Temple Inland applied to the Department of Environmental Protection to amend its air quality permit to release more volatile organic compounds and less particles, carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxides. Company officials say the requested increase is smaller than it seems. The DEP will consider a public hearing if enough interest is expressed. The brutal rape of an 8-year-old Erie girl has triggered a round-the-clock manhunt to capture the attacker. Investigators fear he will strike again. The girl was forcibly taken from the bedroom of her home, then raped, choked with a piece of bedsheet, and then left in a parking lot. The girl is recovering in Pittsburgh's Children's Hospital, while more than 50 police officers have fanned out across Erie to gather evidence. Police believe the man has been involved in similar incidents before.
In southwest Florida, brush fires burned more than 600 acres of land near Lehigh Acres. 4 homes have been destroyed and a 5th has been damaged. 1 person living in the area was treated for smoke inhalation. The fires in East Lee County started Monday afternoon. Firefighters are still assessing damages. Fire officials say the cause of the brush fires is suspicious. President Bush kicked off his 2-day education tour. With a pledge to increase federal funding for reading programs, the president says he will increase the reading program budget by $5 billion over the next 5 years. Bush has announced the plan this afternoon during his stop at St. Louis Elementary School. During an earlier roundtable discussion in Columbus, Ohio, Bush emphasized the need to empower schools at the local level. Mr. Bush also defended the testing requirements included in his educational purpose. Coming up next, a look ahead to your weekend weather forecast, but first, here's a look at tonight's lotto numbers.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Carpet Barn. The Carpet Barn is located at 470 South 5th Avenue in Clarion. The Carpet Barn is open Monday through Saturday for all your carpet needs. So call the Carpet Barn, 226-7332.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant from Clarion Hospital. Clarion Hospital is located off of Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Clarion Hospital offers outpatient services, transitional care, as well as an emergency room open around the clock every day of the year. More than 400 employees and 80 physicians work to serve the community. Call the Clarion Hospital at 226-9500. Clarion Hospital, providing health care to Clarion County and surrounding communities since 1954.
Welcome back. The White House is calling the arrest of an FBI agent accused of spying for Russia disturbing. Robert Philip Hansen, a 27-year-old veteran of the FBI, was arrested near his home in Vienna, Virginia, Sunday night. Skip Lozier has the details.
Family home in an upper-middle-class neighborhood in suburban Washington. Robert Hansen and his wife Bonnie have 6 children. Neighbors liked them.
They didn't appear to be unusual. He didn't appear to be unusual in any way. I mean, there was nothing that would raise a red flag.
Seems like a regular hour guy, and we're just shocked. We're shocked. Doesn't fit.
Hansen spent most of his 27 years with the FBI specializing in counterintelligence. But during the past 15 years or so, the FBI contends he also spied for the Soviet Union and later Russia. The FBI says Hansen did a lot of damage.
It was exceptionally grave. The criminal conduct alleged represents the most traitorous actions imaginable against a country governed by the rule of law.
Director Free says Hansen worked alone, keeping his identity so well hidden over the years that not even his Russian handlers knew his real name until today.
In short, the trusted insider betrayed his trust without detection.
Until Sunday night, when he was arrested trying to pass more documents to the Russians. In all, the FBI claims the Russians paid Hansen more than $1 million in cash and diamonds over the past 15 years. Skip Loescher, CNN, Washington.
The shuttle Atlantis is ham. After 12 days and 21 hours in space, the Atlantis glided into the desert runway this afternoon at Edwards Air Force Base. Blue skies and calm winds in California were NASA's backup plan after bad weather canceled landings yesterday and Sunday at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The mission included America's 100th spacewalk and the delivery of the science laboratory Destiny. The $1.4 billion model will be instrumental in research aboard the International Space Station.
Bicycling is one of the leading causes of recreational injury, with more than 500,000 injuries each year. And while children and young teenagers are often the ones injured, a study in this week's Journal of the American Medical Association reveals older teens and adults aren't immune to serious injuries, even death, especially if they've been drinking alcohol. Health reporter Dr. Barry Kaufman has more.
It would be hard to find anyone who didn't know alcohol plays a major and tragic role in automobile accidents. Most states have lowered the permissible blood alcohol level to 0.08. And there's increasing awareness among boating enthusiasts that alcohol and water don't mix. But the number of bicycle fatalities and injuries triggered by drinking alcohol comes as a surprise for many people, including researcher Dr. Susan Baker.
The most surprising thing to me was the size of the effect of alcohol. It looked as if for the people who had blood alcohol concentrations of 0.08 or higher, that they were 20 times as likely to be killed and badly injured as the bicyclists who had not been drinking. That's a huge effect.
As reported in the Journal of the American Medical Association, Dr. Baker of the Johns Hopkins University School of Public Health and her colleagues found 1/3 of the deaths and serious injuries among bicyclists aged 15 years or older were alcohol-related. Most of the deaths resulted from head injuries following a collision between the bike and a motor vehicle. The study found bicyclists who drink alcohol were far less likely to be wearing helmets compared to those with normal blood alcohol levels.
Anybody who is going to be riding a bicycle certainly needs to be aware of the fact that bicycle riding and alcohol do not mix. We talk about drunk driving. There is clearly drunk biking. It is a problem that needs to be recognized.
Previous research found a large number of bicyclists killed or seriously injured were riding a bicycle after they had been convicted of driving while intoxicated and had lost their driver's license. Since the current study was done during daylight hours, and most drunk biking accidents happen at night, the researchers believe the problem of drinking and bicycling may be even greater than the research indicates. I'm Dr. Barry Kaufman reporting.
Joyce Strain is joining us with a look at the weather. Well, it started out as a nice day today.
Started out as a nice day. It was actually a beautiful day, but the rain showers that have moved into our area are going to be sticking around for the next few days. I'll have more of that with the 5-day forecast coming up. But today we reached a high of 46 degrees, which we are still currently at. The humidity is at 52%. The wind is out of the southwest at 14 miles per hour. Your sunrise tomorrow morning will be at 7:03 a.m. and your sunset will be at 5:56 p.m. If we take a look at our satellite image map from your TV5 Weather Center, you can see our area was very clear this afternoon, which brought us those bright blue skies and some sun along with it. But this cloud coverage from the north that will be moving into our area, bringing with it some cooler temperatures and some rain and snow showers along with it. If we take a look at the fronts map for tomorrow, we can see that this low front across the Midwest right now will be pushing into our area, bringing us some very cold temperatures and some rain and snow showers. And you can also see this low front across California right now. They're experiencing torrential downpours and some very chilly weather for California this time of year. If we take a look at the highs for today, you can see our area, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, all the northeast area, was mainly in the 40-degree area, which is a bit above average for this time of year. But down south, they were in the 60s, 70s, not very warm right now. But also, like I mentioned out in California, you can also see that they are in the 50s and the 40-degree mark right now. If we take a look at the lows expected for tonight, you can see that our area is going to be dropping down into the 30s. And across the entire nation, everyone is going to be experiencing below average temperatures. You can see parts of Texas and Florida will only be reaching the 50s for lows tonight. And throughout the Midwest, they're going to be in the 30s, parts of Colorado and Utah even in the 20s. If we take a look at the precipitation for tonight into tomorrow, you can see in our area there is a snowstorm moving into our area all across the northeast area. Not accumulating too much, just a dusting, but definitely some snow showers. You can see down in Texas, they are experiencing some heavy thunderstorms right now and heavy lightning at this time, which is something they want to be careful about because they could experience some tornadoes with a storm like that. If we take a look at our 5-day forecast, for tonight, we're expecting a low of 30. For Wednesday, much colder, blustery, rain changing into snow, a high of 32. For Wednesday night, mostly clear, a low near 30. On Thursday, cloudy with a chance of snow, a high in the mid-30s. Taking a look at Thursday night, cloudy, a low near 5. On Friday, partly cloudy, a high in the 30s. And on Saturday, snow changing into rain, a low near the 20s, and a high in the upper 30s. And that's a look at your TV5 weather for this week.
Okay, thank you, Joy. Now for a look at tonight's financials news, here's Sean Cowles from the New York Stock Exchange.
Good day from the New York Stock Exchange. Those hoping for a strong rebound after Friday's sell-off. And for some disappointing news for the day, the NASDAQ was off more than 106 points. The new level now 2318. Let's go to the big board. The Dow finishing down 68.94. The new level 10,730. We have a couple of earnings to report to give you that came in after the closing bell. First, Intuit, which makes Quicken, did beat Wall Street estimates. However, so far, no forward guidance has been issued. And also Agilent, formerly an arm of Hewlett-Packard, came in at Wall Street expectations as well. However, the forward guidance disappointing there. They said they will not make their future growth estimates. Let's move on to today, where technology stocks were especially hard hit. Here's some widely held. IBM down 3.5%. Intel off $2, Microsoft down $1. But by far, those hammered the worst were the optical networking stocks. Lehman Brothers and a number of others on Wall Street cutting ratings reports on JDS Uniphase. It finished down $1.50 on the day. And PMC Sierra losing close to $7 is now at a 52-week low. If there is a hint of good news today, it comes in the retail sector. Walmart and Home Depot issuing its earnings reports. Walmart came in above Wall Street expectations, making more than $2 billion. Its stock finished up 75 cents on the day. Home Depot right in line with estimates. It was up about $1 on the day. And ExxonMobil, the world's largest oil company, was hit with a $500 million in damages to 10,000 of its own dealers who claim Exxon cheated them in a discount program. Now, under this program, retail customers paid 4 cents a gallon less than those who paid with credit cards. Exxon was supposed to sell the dealers gas at a reduced rate, but did not. That's the very latest from the exchange. I'm Sean Cadlebs. Now back to you.
Sports follows the break in this look at tonight's stock report.
Doesn't believe in heroes.
Open the mouth really big.
But he donates care to disadvantaged children.
Say,
You don't have to believe in heroes to be one. Be a hero to a child in your community. Call 1-800-6-CHILDREN.
It takes so little to save our waters for future generations. Using less toxic household cleaners and fewer lawn care chemicals protects so much. Help stop water pollution forever. Clean water, if we all do a little.
feedback starts now. And I said, you know, it wouldn't a better name for a movie to come out now, and I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have, and you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. And I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated, people I know. So let's ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
It may not look like it, but you're watching the future of the Earth pass by. Because many of these products are made from materials you've been recycling. But to keep recycling working, you need to buy products that say, made from recycled materials. For all those next in line, it would mean the world to them.
Simmons.
Yeah. Jimmy Jones.
Anderson.
Smith.
Lightfoot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Swifka.
Harris.
Lavender.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Here's Matt Ness with the sports.
Thanks, ladies. Clarion clinched the PSAC West playoff berth last Wednesday night as the Golden Eagles rolled past Slippery Rock 84-69. Clarion played terrific defense for all 40 minutes, and the offense ran near perfection in the second half, hitting an amazing 70.8% from the floor in the second half, and finishing shooting 63.5% for the game. Junior forward David Shearer, most recently named PSAC West Co-Player of the Week, added 18 points, 4 assists, 3 steals, and 5 rebounds. He became Clarion's 21st player to reach 1,000 career points. There's only 4 rebounds shy of 600. He would become the 9th player in school history to accomplish both. Junior guard Steve Sirwatka poured in 33 points as well to pace the Golden Eagles. And after that win, Clarion was looking to clinch a home playoff game with the win against IUP last Saturday. However, it wasn't meant to be, as the Indians avenged an earlier loss in the season to Clarion by beating the Golden Eagles 80-74 at Memorial Fieldhouse. Sirwatka led the Golden Eagles with 19 points, although the leading scorer in the PSAC was limited to just 4 points in the second half. Tamir Harbin added 14 points, and Shearer tallied 13 for the Golden Eagles. Highland Stevens had 9 rebounds, while Rolly Smith handed out 4 assists. Now with the playoff picture in the PSAC clearer than it had been, Clarion is third with a 7-4 league mark, 1 game ahead of 4th place Shippensburg. Rock Haven and California remain mathematically alive for one of the 4 playoff spots out of the West. Clarion has 1 more game in the regular season tomorrow versus California here at Tippin Gymnasium. Switching to ladies action, the Golden Eagles dropped the game to Slippery Rock 80-65 last Wednesday night. Clarion did put in 3 players in double digits, with Courtney Willman leading the way with 17 points and 6 rebounds. Tiffany Taylor added 12 points and 2 assists, while senior captain Melissa Uris had 10 points and 9 rebounds. The Lady Golden Eagles had a rough night, playing catch-up most of the evening to a late 9-0 run by the Rock that clinched the game. In their Saturday game versus IUP, Clarion fared better, playing the role of spoiler. The Lady Golden Eagles survived the pair of 3-pointers in the final seconds to upset IUP 70-67 and eliminate the Indians from the PSAC playoff hunt. The Golden Eagles were led by Tiffany Taylor with 24 points, including 4 3-pointers, while Allison Stewart scored 11 points. Courtney Willman led Clarion on the glass with 11 rebounds. Clarion avenged an earlier 81-47 loss to IUP at home on January 20th. Senior Melissa Uris scored 7 points, bringing her career point total to 978, 22 short of 1,000 for her career with 2 games to go. The PSAC West for the ladies is crystal clear, with Shippensburg, Slippery Rock, California, and Edinburgh representing the West in the playoffs. Clarion will face off with California at home tomorrow night, then travel to Binghamton on Saturday to finish their season. That's sports for this Tuesday. Take care, everyone. Back over to Susan and Mandy.
And on a final sports note tonight, the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue is ready to hit the stands. Here are the first pictures of the photo shoot from the magazine. Of course, magazine subscribers will be seeing this in their mailbox, but you can pick it up on your local newsstand. Thanks for joining us tonight on TV5 News Live. Join Carrie LaPue and Kelly Enzo tomorrow night for TV5 News Live at 8 o'clock p.m.
Copyright 2001, Clarion University Broadcast.